Today having to do a whole lot of fixing when a lot of things are going on around here. I was just chasing these cows here for a little bit and had to chase a whole bunch of chickens around, and just got me thinking a lot about a Bible verse today that I want to talk about, and then piggyback off another one that I want to talk about. And this one's in the book of Romans in the, the 12th chapter and the 16th verse, which is, live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. and I was born July 4th of 1986. It's something that's just so fascinating to me, and it's really interesting because it's like the work that I do out here is considered to be like very, very low level work nowadays. Like in the today's 2023s of the April of the 2nd, just people look at farming work and taking care of animals and figuring out some food is just like the lowest of the lowest, most pitiful, worst off job that you could possibly be of an existence on in the country that I live in. Just the country I live in. I know in other places, y'all look at it as an absolute blessing to be able to just have one cow or just have 5 chickens. Like you're blown away with being able to have such a thing. But around here, you're looked at as like scum. You're looked at as worthlessness, as nothingness, as a nobody, as someone who is like uneducated, unable, unwilling, just the last of the last type of a position to be able to hold and be able to have. And in reality, you know, growing up, I kind of thought and felt that way myself, not realizing that this is some of the most challenging work I think that you're ever going to put yourself around and ever going to be able to have to do, which is having to take care of other animals and other beings and something else other than yourself. You got to take a lot of care of everything. You got to make sure that everything is good to go. You got to make sure that everyone is taken care of. You got to make sure that everything is safe. You got to make sure that everything is in order. You got to make sure that everything is good to go. And that's something that is just, it's not easy at all in any way to do. There's a lot of mental stress with it. There's a lot of physical stress with it. There's a lot of everything. It's just a well-around balance to be able to give a human being just something, in my opinion, today, being able to do the work that I do is a blessing. Hey, Johnny, get down. It is a blessing to be able to, down. Get down. Sorry, man, but you're really not listening right now. I hear you. Sorry. It's a blessing to be able to be a part of doing everything that's going on out here and being able to take care of it. And it's not easy. There's a unlimited amount of things that you have to take care of. And a lot of times we look at just these like low level jobs and that we look at and see with other people that we think like there's no thinking behind it. And that's why they're doing that such simple work. But in reality, majority of the stuff that we think is so simple and so like meaningless, is just for no good for anything, is the most valuable things for us, like such as cleaning stuff and taking care of stuff and making sure that thing is clean. Like being a janitor, you would say, oh, that's super simple, that's easy. But in reality, if they didn't do their job right, you would be sick as all heck could be sick. If they didn't clean the hospitals right, you would be sick beyond possible being sickness, and you would not know how to be able to make it the next day because of all the diseases and all the bacteria, and everything would be constantly getting spread. That's a very, very integral job that you really have to make sure that you do very, very well, or you're going to make sure that the rest of the people coming behind you are going to be worse off. And that's something that I don't think a lot of us think about, that the small little things that are in the background are some very, very vital things that we need to work on, and we need to really greatly appreciate the people that do that more, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for them to have to do, especially a lot that you have to do that's in the background that nobody actually even gets to be able to see, that you're sacrificing so much to be able to make sure that they're good to go. And you never get a lick of appreciation. No one ever even says thank you to you. No one ever just looks at you and just says, wow, I appreciate what you do. The garbage collecting people that come by, you just appreciate what y'all do. That I throw it out there and you make it disappear. And you keep doing that like clockwork over and over. And I don't even have to ask you, I don't have to beg you, I don't have to do anything. You just do it and you make it and you get it done. But yet no one wants to even say, hey, thank you. Thanks, man. Thanks, lady, for doing that for me. Thank you for making sure that everything is good out here, making sure that everything is clean out here, making sure that everything is in order out here. And it's something for me that I just really gets in me to just we need to stand up a little bit more for the majority of what the work is that's out here. That, you know, I go to some of these places and I'm just thinking like where everyone's at and what's everyone doing. But it's like, hey, Oriole, let's get down. But it's like a lot of people are doing not these just grade A jobs and not this fantastic stuff. And that's why for me, I guess I get it in a little bit of way that a lot of people, a lot of young people today are kind of on the mindset of thinking of like, I want to do some YouTube stuff. I want to do some Instagram stuff. I want to do some TikTok stuff. It's like, I get that, because you see a few people that are doing that and it looks good and it looks great. But in reality, at the same time, is probably even more complicated when you really want to think about it, because it's the concept of making sure that you're able to perform for people that now are watching you, instead of performing for people that don't even know that you were there. there. And that's something that it's very complicated on both sides. And with that, I just want to add to something that was just said to me it just makes perfect sense to me, and it's a very, very sticky situation that a lot of us should really pay attention to. And that comes in the book of Matthew. I've been in the book of Matthew in a little bit. In the seventh chapter, the 15th verse. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. That's something that, I was talking about last time and the last time and the last time. It's something that in reality, the majority of the first talks and all the talks that I've been talking about is talking about that. And it's talking about that situation that continuously I just see goes on. And today, it's going on even more and more that I come to realize, and I come to really just pay real close attention to. That we got a lot of people out here now that are predicting the future, and they're saying certain things, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and it's coming true. There's a whole lot of new people out here that are starting to heal people, that are starting to take people's sicknesses and start to transform their lives into being something better, so that they can get out of that sickness and get out of that situation. There's some people out here that are doing like magicals type work that is moving stuff and changing stuff and manipulating stuff, and more of that's going on today. And more of that is going on, and you know what's interesting? A dog trainer that I was listening to was talking about another dog trainer that put a whole lot of, he put a laugh in me. And he's like, of course, man, you're the most watched YouTube channel because people like going to watch a Jerry Springer show. They don't want to actually learn anything, because all the channels that are actually teaching how to be able to become, how to do something, how to make your life better, how to actually create something, that's not seen. But the Jerry Springer shows, the shows where everybody just wants to get to laugh, gets a little ha-ha, that's going to keep getting seen over and over and over. But it doesn't mean that anybody's getting any information from it, any insight on how to be able to better their lives with it. All they're getting is just a laugh. It's just a joke. It's just a look at this dumb person doing this and just laughing at you and not really caring about what it is that you're actually doing. So of course you're going to get the most views if that's the route that you're going. And when you put yourself and you display yourself out to the world as that is exactly what it is. And that's just the God honest truth and reality of what's going on out here. That a lot of people are out here are not trying to teach you how to teach or show you how to do something or get you in a position to be able to become a better person, not giving you any philosophical information on how to be able to pay attention to your surroundings and things that are going on around you, but they're more of just in a way of look at this cool thing I'm doing, and then just getting you to watch it, getting you a little bit inspired, but realizing it's not real. It's not real at all. And what they're doing is not real. And that's something that I just see more and more going on today, that I don't go looking for it. It just comes to me. And when it comes to me, I have to watch it. I don't know why, but I just have to watch it. I got to educate myself. I got to be able to figure out what's going on out here. But there's a lot of people out here that are using and abusing and turning the name of Jesus into something that is extremely just disgusting and disturbing. And they're all in it to try and gain more and more from you so that they can have for themselves. And that's something that is just an absolute horrible thing, a horrible devastation thing that we should really start paying more attention to, on making sure that we're not putting ourselves around people and consuming information from these people thinking that they are trying to help us, when in reality all they're trying to do is help themselves. And they're trying to help themselves always by trying to sell you something, by trying to get you to buy something over here, by trying to put this together to try to get you to get on this. And that's not the message of who Jesus Christ and who God is on this planet. That is just not the message, and that is not the way, and that is not what is that we're supposed to be doing. I can't charge you $100 to give you some information to make you feel better. No, that's free. A free Bible that you can literally even pick up, and if you can't get one for free, you can get it at the used bookstore for extremely cheap. And it's something that is available to all of us. And it's something for you to be able to get the information and pray to yourself and pray to God and pray and keep on praying and keep on asking and keep on trying to study and keep on trying to just get some more insight on that, all on your own, to figure out how to be able to figure it out. And someone's going to say to you that they know the book better to be able to give you the information, and that again is false, because they know the book for themselves. They don't know the book for you. I don't know you. We're all extremely, completely unique individuals on this planet. And it's just such an interesting thing to sit out here and watch these chickens and watch these cows and watch this grass and watch these trees and watch everything, that everything is unique and it needs its own little blend of how to be able to communicate to it, and how to get inspiration to be able to do what it is and be able to get what it's going to get. It's not all the same. We all don't have the same exact recipe on how to be able to become a great person on this planet. We don't have it all to be able to understand God the exact same way. That we all have our own ways because we see the world completely different with everything that's going on around us. And that's something that I would want more and more people to really start to think hard about. That no, someone's not going to be able to help you get over your addictions by buying this course from them. Someone's not going to help you by getting over your addictions by getting on a prayer call with someone to be able to try to mantra some voodoo stuff to try to get you to feel better and to get it to go away. That's not the way it works, and it's never going to be the way it works, and it's just not what it's ever been stated, and it's always going to lead you to absolute frustration because you're going to find out in the end that you're going to try so hard at it because you feel like you're financially invested into it that now you have to do it and it has to work. And I'm telling you, that's the part that's really going to make you mad, and that's the part that's going to start to push you away from the one true God of this planet, because then you're going to think that it doesn't work because that person was lying, this person was lying, this person wasn't right, this person wasn't right. So then you run into a situation that you just think that God isn't real and he's not out to help you in any sort of way. And that is some absolutely extremely false information. Hey, May, you can put her back up. You can put her up. You can put her up. That's some false information, and that's I think the number one thing that is really gonna. All right, girl. All right, May. Hey, May. Thank you. Come here. Thank you. And that is the number one way I feel is that when they start to get into your money, they start to get into your pockets, that you're gonna. Hey, May. Let's get down. Number one way that you're going to start to have a whole level of disgust with God, when now that you're financially invested in it, that you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere. You're just in reality getting worse and worse because you're not actually getting the information that you needed. And that's something that is very dangerous, that I hope that you don't get stuck in and sucked into that, because some of these people out here, these guys and these girls out here, they're very, very persuasive. The way that they talk, the way that they are, the way that they explain some stuff, it's very, it seems like it's true. It is true, but they're just in it for their own personal gain. And once they get their own personal gain, that's all they care. They don't care about actually you getting into a better place and you finding your true salvation. They're just about, what can I get right here, right now? And they already know more than likely that they're not going to have anything in the future because they can't get a part of it. That they just don't, there's a blockage in them. And with that, man, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for a very interesting weekend this weekend, and then tomorrow is the first day that I'm going to start working on processing all my food out here, and the harvest is here, and the harvest is the biggest, busiest, hardest part of the work in reality, and that's about to happen for me. But once I harvest all that, I'm going to be able to reap all those rewards and be able to I don't have to buy food. All I'm going to get is tortillas, and I might even figure out how to make that on my own, but I don't have to get food now for a very, very long time, that I have a well over abundance to be able to make sure that I'm good to go and others around me are good to go. And if you hungry, that I can make sure that I got something for you for sure, because I'm constantly cruising and growing more with what it is that I'm doing. And it's an absolute blessing to be able to have this and be able to share this and be able to experience this, for one. That it's a very interesting thing. And I would hope that more people would start to think more about the small, minor things that are going on around you, like the little things that just get done that you don't really pay attention to. That's some very hard work, very serious work, some very dedicated work, and some individuals really need some more appreciation about what it is that they're doing to be able to make sure that everyone on this planet knows that they are seen and they are known and they are valued. Thank you.